Greetings all and welcome to CitizenAY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Just to give you some updates, it seems the US and France want to start a war in Mali. There is no doubt that the so-called the terrorists who are trying to make movement of oil, possible around Mali, impossible. They are being funded by the US and the French. And if we know the French are in dire straits because they've not been able to get free access to the resources of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. So they are trying to create a war situation in Mali right now. I'm going to read to you a security alert that the U.S. Embassy raised in Bamako. Keep in mind, this is a U.S. Embassy, and they are in effect instigating. They are now part of a system that's instigating a war in another band's country in Mali. Let us read what the U.S. Embassy said. Breaking news. October 28, 2025. Security alert. Bamako, Mali, October 28, 2025. Persistent infrastructure challenges in Mali, including continued disruptions of gasoline and diesel supplies, the closure of public institutions such as schools and universities nationwide, and ongoing armed conflict between Malian government and terrorist elements of Bamako increase the unpredictability of Bamako's security situation. Now, keep in mind, when we're saying this, many of us now know that these terrorists don't produce their guns or the weapons that they're using. Somebody, somewhere, is funding them, and it's no free lunch. These terrorists are being funded by colonials in Africa, all over Africa, and this is what we need to really understand here. Now let's read on. It says here, U.S. citizens currently present in Mali should depart immediately using commercial aviation. The international airport in Bamako remains open and flights are available. U.S. citizens should depart using commercial aviation as overland routes to neighboring countries may not be safe for travel due to terrorist attacks along national highways. So, obviously, the terrorists have been using the weapons and everything else that have been provided by the colonials to do havoc in Mali. Now, it says here, U.S. citizens who choose not to depart Mali should prepare contingency plans for any emergency situation that may arise, including a need to shelter in place for an extended period. U.S. citizens should continue to avoid travel to Mali. The U.S. Embassy in Bamako is unable to provide emergency services to support U.S. citizens outside the capital. Please use caution when traveling in Mali and contact the U.S. Embassy using the contact information below in the event of emergency. Then they give out a host of advices which you see on the screen there, which I'm not going to read. The point I want to make is this. Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, as we know, they are nations resource endowed, and the U.S. is trying to cause a situation where they will support these terrorists in destabilizing the government of General Asimi Goita. They want to force they want to cause a situation whereby Asimi Goita is removed. We mustn't allow this to happen. They don't have the right. They can't. No African would even get the chance in the U.S. to try any of this nonsense they're doing. They're creating the situation. They are funding the terrorists to make sure that that nation does not get its freedom and the right to do what it wants with its resources with whoever they wish to do. Remember, Mali is trying to build a nuclear weapon. They signed the contract with Russia. They've recently taken over a lot of their gold mining sites from European countries, including Canada. These are things that we need to be really speaking about. You won't see it on the mainstream media because this is something they want to do and keep in the background. But we need to raise the alarm. I'm so wishing that I can come and do a live broadcast in the coming days. I'm hoping the situation health-wise for me improves, which I'm working on. But there is so much to talk about on this, and we're coming to dissect. We will come and dissect it in great detail, and we do seek your indulgence in this particular matter because, as you know, Mali is integral to the alliance of Sahel states, and what they're trying to do is to weaken that alliance. As Africans, we must do everything we can to make sure that this doesn't happen. We support Asimi Goita 100%, and very much none of them. We tell those colonials who are messing in African affairs, who are preventing Africa from developing, hands off Africa, hands off. Enough is enough. You have done enough damage. You have no right to deny Africans access to their own resources to improve the lives of the people. You say Africa is poor, but yet you are taking African resources on the cheap and you're not paying fair price. You are deliberately causing famine. You're deliberately causing wars. You're deliberately, giving people all kinds of diseases, all via all of these chemicals that you're injecting into people. We're tired of this. So now that you had this news, what are your thoughts? Please, when you get this broadcast, please do share. So France, obviously, because they're not able to get access to those resources, they want to forcibly take what doesn't belong to France and the US. And the US, from what I understand, they want to, it's more or less like gangsters. They've told France, we will help you, but when you get back Mali, we want to cut off the resources in Mali, and the people of Mali are the ones to whom those resources belong. We are tired of this injustice. We are tired. I hope many of you are taking into consideration this information. Please do share and let the world know that we support Asimi Goita 100%. And we tell the US and France, keep out of Africa. We're tired of you destabilizing our continent. We're tired of it. And we, the people, make sure that Africans know that they have a say in what is going on, and they must reject categorically any attempt by France and US to impose another puppet on the people of Mali, because AES is a body that we firmly believe in. And the actions of the government in ensuring that the resources of the land benefit the people is something that we all 100% support. But what are your thoughts on this? Let's hear your views. You are listening to CitizenAY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please do share this broadcast as you get it. Thank you, and bye for now. Bye for now.